What the f? Snake Staff is making firearm accessories? So up to this point, everything that we've made at Snake Staff has been medical. Tourniquets, IFAKs, stuff built around treating injuries. The common thread is simple, making life-saving equipment easier to carry and actually have on you. Now this is our first product that's not strictly medical, but the idea is still the same. This is the CMC, or Cantable Mag Carrier. And this started the same way a lot of our stuff does, just trying to solve problems for ourselves. Ben and I were carrying spare mags in a standard 1-inch Snakeskin Pro, and it worked, but there were a couple of issues. First was the open bottom. With movement, the mag would start to slide down and shift out of position. So we stitched and closed off the bottom ourselves, but that created a hard seam, and over time you'd feel it. The other issue was the angle. Straight up and down just isn't the most natural position for reloads most of the time. So instead of continuing to tweak it, we just started over and built something designed specifically for a magazine. The CMC is a soft-sided, low-profile IWB mag carrier. Now the main thing is the mounting plate. It lets you adjust both the ride height and the angle. So you can set it up however you want depending on what other items you're carrying inside the waistband or where you want that spare load to sit. We kept the elastic webbing from the Snakeskin Pro. It stays close to the body, it doesn't add bulk, and it's comfortable enough to actually wear all day. Now if you spent time on the range training, you've probably felt this. You're working reloads, you're kneeling behind cover or just moving around, and your empty Kydex carrier starts digging into your leg. This doesn't do that. It flexes with you instead of working against you. And when the mag is out, it doesn't just sit there and take up space, it collapses down and basically disappears. Couple of small details that matter. Dual index tabs at the top, so getting the mag back in is easier, and a closed loop at the bottom, so the mag doesn't slide down over time. It works with most slimline stack and a half and double stack mags. And it'll take common clips like Discreet Carry Concepts or the Ulti Clip Slim. You can run bullets forward or inboard, whatever makes sense for you. Now, if you're not carrying a spare mag already, there are a couple reasons to think about it. One, just having more ammo if you need it, and two, it's one of the fastest ways to deal with a malfunction. Rack the slide a few times, insert your fresh mag, get the gun back up, move on. Setup for the CMC is pretty simple. When you look at the carrier, you'll notice the slots at the top. That's where your clip is going to be inserted. Take your clip and insert it through one of those top slots, then push it in and down behind the mounting plate. From there, line it up with one of the holes at the bottom of the plate depending on where you want the CMC to sit in your waistband. This is where the modularity of the design really comes in. You can take the clip at any of the top slots and pair it with any of the holes at the bottom to adjust your ride height and your angle. Once you find a position that feels right for you, take the nut and slide it behind both the mounting plate and the clip. Then pass your screw through the front of the plate and tighten it down. From there, insert a magazine and place a CMC in your waistband to check fit and function. Make sure the height and the angle feel natural and that your reload is consistent. If everything looks good, we recommend adding a small amount of yellow thread locker to keep the hardware in place. It's not required, but it helps keep things from backing out over time. One tip that we found, if you look on the inside of the pouch, you'll see two seams of the elastic material. If you're holding the CMC with the mounting plate and clip facing you, insert the magazine in front of those seams and fold them back behind it. What this does is create a slight fold in the outer seam and it biases it away from your body, which helps reduce potential hotspots. Another benefit of the soft-sided construction is that you can basically train the material. Over time, the pouch and the seam will start to conform around the magazine and around you, which just adds overall comfort. Now, with this being a soft-sided fabric-based carrier and something you're to be wearing every day, you can expect some normal wear over time. Nothing out of the ordinary, but here's a quick way to keep it cleaned up and running well. Here I've got a CMC that I've been carrying for a few months. If you ever notice any exposed rubber threads, don't pull them out. Instead, trim them flush with the surface of the webbing and then stretch the material on either side, and that'll help pull back the thread into the weave. On the index tabs or the keeper loop, you might see a little fraying along the edges of the material. If that happens, you can take a lighter and lightly pass it over the edge to seal it back up. Same idea for any other small fibers that start to fray, just a quick pass to clean it up. Only thing to keep in mind, avoid using heat anywhere near the Tegris mounting plate since the material will melt. Now that's really it. Basic upkeep, nothing complicated, and it'll keep the carrier looking and functioning the way it should. This is the CMC. It's the first product we've done that isn't strictly medical, but it comes from the same place. We're not moving away from what we've built. If anything, we're just starting to build out the ecosystem around it. The goal has always been the same: making life-saving equipment and critical tools, whether that's a tourniquet, an IFAK, or a spare magazine, easier to carry, so they're actually there when you need them. So yeah, you're going to see us expand into more products like this over time. Some of them might feel a little outside of the norm for us, but the goal is always going to stay the same.